Hello, I'm talking about the science of soda bread now. The soda bread that I made actually has turned out to be rather bitter, so I think what's happened is I put up in too much sodium hydrogen carbonate, bicarbonate of soda. But it is edible, it's just not very pleasant, which makes me wonder whether I should add cabbage water to it, because then it might go blue, which would be quite fun. When you're making bread, you need the stuff that you're making it from, the dough, to stick together. And secondly, you need something to make it rise. Now, when you make soda bread, the way of doing that is to find something which has acid in it, and then you add the alkali to it. And what happens is the sodium hydrogen carbonate reacts with the acid, which in this case is lactic acid, in the yogurt, and it produces bubbles, and that causes it to rise. And as it heats through the microwave, or through the oven for that matter, or even on its own, it will rise because bubbles will form, and then the dough will sort of set and dry out, and you end up with basically a big lump of solid froth, which is what bread really is. Talking about the nutritional side of things, I suspect that soda bread is actually not very nutritious because the sodium hydrogen carbonate, the bicarbonate, destroys B vitamins. But looking at them generally, what we have here is we have the yogurt, which can be replaced, by the way, with other things, such as, for example, vinegar is a popular one. That would make it vegan. Another vegan choice might be lime juice or lemon juice, or even orange juice, although again that wouldn't necessarily be a good idea. You've got the bicarbonate of soda, which is basically a waste of space, and you've got water in the yogurt, and you've got the flour. Now, flour is high in B vitamins, and the yogurt is high in vitamins A and D, and it will also contain fat and a little bit of protein. The flour will also contain protein in the form of gluten, which means obviously it's not a very good idea for gluten intolerant people, and also hasn't gone through the process of breaking it down, which you go through when you leave bread for a long time, like you would, for example, with sourdough. So what you have is basically a solid lump of foam, and it's probably a little bit nutritious, but probably not very.